So remember that the governing class is obviously changing my voice, trying to make it sound different because I naturally sound divine, because I'm much wiser than they are, and they are foolish enough to be evil. Speaking of foolish, a nerd is described as someone who's worthless, unattractive, foolish, and contemptible. And some of those definitions were in the video before this. So we should be on part 6, I believe. So this part is about intelligence. So why are people in intelligence agencies also jealous, right? Because their job is supposed to be for people who are brave and doing the right thing, and they're doing the wrong thing. And they're even called intelligence agencies. Well, there's various forms of intelligence, I'm sure that you're aware of. Okay. There's intrapersonal, interpersonal, right? Your ability to understand yourself and others. Okay. We see that this one is very lacking in society as females shun the righteous for the wicked historically, until I'm the last righteous person left, my father and I and my mother. Okay. The last 3. It has to do with intrapersonal and interpersonal intelligence, as well as existential and spatial and naturalist intelligence. Your ability to understand nature, how 3D objects in nature relate to each other. There's logical mathematical, so their logic is low. It doesn't matter if you're a great mathematician. If you don't have the logical skills and the follow through to do the math, so to speak, and do the right thing, then your logical and mathematical intelligence is low. So as we see that there's really no form of intelligence, right, that's kind of like a book smart intelligence, because that's just reading comprehension. It's not really a form of intelligence. It's like somebody's ability to, paint or something. Okay, artistic intelligence, not quite. Okay, the idea of artistic intelligence is really more in the brain that perceives an idea and tries to express it, not in your ability to draw or paint. That's a more complicated issue. So we see that intelligence really boils down to really wisdom that is derived from sound brain function, which we see is absent in other people, right? It's just my parents and I. They don't have the wisdom to obey God through me. And what they do in the absence of knowing that I'm here shows a lack of wisdom, a lack of intelligence, a lack of naturalist intelligence, spatial, existential, logical, mathematical, intrapersonal, interpersonal. Okay? They don't understand things. And things like musical intelligence, again, it's not as simply as your ability to sing or compose something. It's your ability to kind of really think on a deep level that allows you to do something great. And really, the music we see, especially these days, is not that impressive when you really consider who, what, when, where, how, why, and the sabotage of the peoples that have occurred, and what instruments are available and what aren't, and which ones aren't. And we really get that, hey, there's a lot of stupid people pretending to be smart. There's no other way to look at it. I'll debate you on this on any time. And people, when it comes to this, they're tail tucked, right? And I'd go as far as say one of the main goals of intelligence agencies is to feign being smart and to have people with fancy degrees to help them, be smart. In fact, the word word school is the word look spelled backwards with a C instead of a K. And CIA, right? CI alpha, right? Who seems to be smarter than who, more capable, more of a natural leader, what have you. And FBI scrambled his fib. Okay, and if FB, right, Facebook and I don't think that's a coincidence, but maybe it is. But certainly the FBI isn't, because they're promoting bisexual intelligence these days. And you think about a lot of nerds, they're really effeminate, and that's not a coincidence either. Okay, so I would assert that the highest form of intelligence, and I know this for sure, in fact, is martial arts intelligence. And so therefore I'm the smartest person, the most intelligent person, the wisest person to ever live at the same time. I'll debate you on this at any time, but people don't want to do that. They think if they cause me to stumble on my words, right? Okay, my linguistic intelligence is actually greater than theirs. They just sabotage me. That's neither here nor there. And guess what? You live on a neo-colonial planet. People don't believe the colonial bitch, okay? They believe the righteous top martial arts hero because I tell the truth and they lie. And when it comes to manning up, they simply cannot do that because they're not smart enough. I'm still not convinced. Let me put it another way. Do people sabotage people who aren't smarter than they are when the arguments have to do with intelligence and what's best for people as individuals in society? Or do they sabotage people who are smarter than they are and more virtuous than they are? Also, when it comes to brain power, right? Pow, ear, and pow, air. Who's in the wrong? Who's erroneous? Who's in error? And who isn't? And also, why are they throwing fits, whining, every day, really? You know, throw in a geek fit, a nerd fit, a dweeb fit, a dork fit. Okay, a social club fit, an arrogant royal fit. Oh, yes, we're throwing a fit now. That's what it is. No, mess up his voice. Let's face it. You think that voice is annoying? You know, join the club. How much more is the spirit that is the essence of that voice when they refuse to man up while people are starving to death, women are raped, children are abused? I mean, it's pathetic.